nice to see all of you. I'm so surprised. Thank you.
Everybody's just a little bit excited to see Lana Parilla this morning, right? So we'll go ahead and get started. We're in season 5, Once Upon a Time. 5 already, guys.
It's a huge accomplishment.
Attending these conferences changed from like season 1, season 2, now we're in season 5. Has the con vibe changed a little bit from the beginning to now?
It has, and I think a lot of it has to do with Netflix because everyone's caught up, has been able to watch the show, and our fan base has grown so much. I'm looking at this right now. This is the first time I've ever been here to this con, but yes, I'm always shocked, and especially at Comic-Con, our rooms keep getting bigger and bigger every time we return. So
sellout halls, everybody
yes.
waiting outside just to see you guys.
Yes.
So, Robin Hood and Regina.
Thank you.
Finally together in the same place, not separated by space and time or anything weird. Does he still smell like forest, or do you think he smells like the mayor's mansion now?
He still smells like forest. But some people really like that, and I guess Regina does.
You know, it's like that Old Spice, like manly guy smell.
Natural smelling.
All right, so we are here at Heroes and Villains, and we have seen Regina as both a hero and a villain.
Yes.
So what do you think is going to happen as we continue through season 5? Is she going to be a hero or a villain?
I think
sides to Regina.
There's so many sides to Regina, and that's why she's so much fun to play. We're going to get a taste of both on the back end of the second half of season 5. We will see a lot of the Evil Queen.
Nice.
Yes,
That's exciting.
she's making a comeback. And you can tell how happy I am by the smile on my face. We all love the good Regina, but she's just so much more fun when she's evil.
And it was so fun to see her in Evil Queen clothes in Storybrooke. I think that was one of the most awesome things that we've seen on the show.
Yeah, it was a bit disorienting for me. It's
Walking
like,
around modern Storybrooke in this big gown, that was
yeah,
kind
it
of
felt
cool.
like Halloween that day for sure.
So we are going to take audience questions, so if you guys want to start lining up at the mics, we can do that. So,
This is my favorite part.
Jared Gilmore, Henry,
Yes.
growing up, it's like watching a baby. All of a sudden he's a teenager. How do you think Regina's coping with her baby, her little prince, has a maybe girlfriend?
Yeah, we'll see about that. It's so funny because I think I'm like that, especially with the 3 boys that I have. We're afraid to bring girls over. I'm like, why? Well, because you make it really hard. I'm like, who are you? Where are you from? Who are your parents? I'm so impressed with Jared on so many levels. I have become, I am his TV mom, but I'm also his friend. And it's hard being a kid growing up in the industry and not being in a normal school, not having your first real crush on someone because they're 20 years older. There aren't any girls his age on the show. So I'm always, I feel for him. I know it must be hard, but he's a really smart kid, and he's super talented. And I find when I'm working alongside him these days, I'm constantly welling up with tears because I'm just so proud of him.
Was it really emotional doing the scene where Henry's heart was broken because of Violet saying, "I just want to be friends, Henry"?
It literally was heartbreaking. But there's something that's coming up. I know everyone's really excited about the 100th episode. And I just want to take a moment to promote it because it's going to be so amazing. It's a big Evil Queen Regina flashback, and yeah, you're gonna see some real awesome scenes. And there's one with Henry, and he just literally just makes me cry.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and take a question. What is your question?
If you could bring back any other character that has been killed off, who would it be?
Cruella?
And
Sorry, did you want me to say more? Oh, okay.
And her car,
Because
Corolla's car.
she's amazing, and I love her, and she makes everyone smile.
What is your question?
Hi, Lana.
Hi.
I'm shaking a lot right now. So your cast members are like, you guys are like a big family, right? So,
Yes.
what are your favorite things that happen off set, on set behind the scenes? Like, if you guys pull pranks on each other, or if you guys have inside jokes, what are some of your favorite things that happen?
I would say one of my favorite things is how generous we are as a cast with one another. We are always taking turns buying Starbucks and sushi on a daily basis for one another. And it's enjoyable to be around that. Everyone's always taking care of one another, and that makes it really just kind and sweet to be around. But there's a lot of pranks and fun stuff that we pull as well. Just silly things. We're a real goofy cast. And I would say starting with Sean McGuire and Rebecca Mader are probably the two funniest cast members we have on the show. So there's always fun stuff going on. I would take up this entire panel if I if I went through every single moment with you, but there's a lot of fun stuff that happens.
Thank you. What's your question?
Good morning. So I know that you've touched on this already, but so in the course of the TV show, we see Lana transition from evil to good, and you kind of struggle with that. So I have two questions for you. As an actress, is it difficult to portray that to the audience, that you're kind of in that struggle? And I know you touched on this, but again, do you have more fun playing the hero or the villain?
You know, I don't think it's hard to show that struggle. I don't think it's like anything else. I don't, acting to me my approach is very personal, and very in depth too. I take a lot of time when I'm not at work, working on the script and working on Regina. I like showing her inner struggle because it's very human. We all go through that. And if I had to choose, I can't, it's really hard. I love playing the evil queen. I absolutely love it. I feel there's a freedom that I don't ever get to have a lot in life, because she does really horrible things that we can't do. Right, but I think if I played one side of her too often, I'd get bored. And that's just kind of with anything, which is great why I get to show so many sides to her. It keeps me interested as an artist, and I think it keeps the audience captivated.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
One thing I wanted to know is, we hear from our listeners all of the time that people look up to Regina and consider her as sort of a role model. So what is it like playing a character who was evil, and yet people really connect with her and feel like she's an inspiration to them?
I think it's such an honor, because I had no idea that Regina would have this effect on so many. But it says a lot about where we are as humans, and how we all have these struggles, these inner struggles, these demons, these dark thoughts, and yet we want to be better. That feeling of being evil or bad doesn't really resonate on a good, healthy level, and we're striving to be better human beings. And that's where Regina's journey has been, and I think that's what a lot of people, at least from the stories I hear and the letters that I've read, I'm amazed that she's had this impact, and I'm so grateful, because she really represents hope. And that's exactly what the world needs right now.
Absolutely,
So,
yes.
thank you.
What is your question?
Hi, I love you.
There
I met
you
you
are.
yesterday.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so you watch American Horror Story. So if you were to be on American Horror Story, what would you want the theme of the season to be?
Ooh. You know, I don't know. I feel feel like we've done the carnival, we've done the asylum, we've done, this one's a bit tricky, this hotel. I'm still, haven't caught up yet, but I'm probably for a reason quite disturbed. I don't know, maybe some Halloween sort of theme.
The
Maybe
haunted library
the
basement in
haunted-
Storybrooke.
Haunted mansion?
Yes. There we go.
I feel like we did that already, but we can go back and do it.
Yeah, you could do it, and then it would be okay.
Yeah. I thought the first season was genius.
Yes.
I love horror and I love thrillers. Those are my favorite genres. So,
Thank you.
yeah, you're welcome.
Lana, we have to ask. Everyone loves the Evil Queen's costumes. I mean, this is just one of the best parts of the show, really. But this season, she went to Camelot and she has a very different look. So how does it feel to have this softer fairy tale look for Regina?
Comfortable. It's like the first time ever I think I was able to breathe in a costume. It was fun. It was very subtle, and I think there, was a reason for that. I think that there was a lot of other stuff going on that took precedence over some costumes, and a lot of focus had to go towards, Camelot and Emma's journey into the darkness, and so those are things that were really important. And I found some of the other costumes kind of were just not my favorite, but I'm okay. I actually enjoyed the color. For me was very rich. That red, it was very Christ-like. I found this I feel like I'm Jesus, like dressed in this robe and this red. And I said, well, that's kind of interesting. Maybe that's like the message here is that she is somewhat of a savior as well.
No, and we've
So
seen.
I went with that.
We've
It worked
seen
for
some
me.
things happen so far this season that were kind of like Selena chopping off her own hand. That was a crazy moment.
Yes.
So, have you, reading the script, and no spoilers for anything coming, but has there been anything super crazy when you're reading it going, what is happening?
Yes. Often. But in the best way. It's just like, okay, we're going there now. Awesome. What an incredible journey. Yes, I would say the most shocking moment I had in reading the scripts was the moment when Zelina was really Marion. And Marion wasn't Marion. That was shocking.
Shocked us.
What? How is this? How are people gonna believe that? I don't get it. And then they did it, and they pulled it off, and just
Things happen in Storybrooke.
she's magical. Anything could happen. So that was probably the most shocking, and where we're headed in this back end is so exciting. I want to tell you everything.
Well, they told us some people are coming back.
Can't.
Barbara is coming back, Barbara Hershey.
Yes, in the 100th episode, my mother comes back, my father comes back. Who else? Bailey Madison is making a comeback, but not in the 100th episode. She's coming back as Older Snow.
Robbie Kay.
Robbie Kay, that's a really cool scene. So it's a really exciting episode. And another surprise, I won't spoil.
No spoilers.
No, there's another comeback.
What is your question?
Hi, I'm a big fan, and one thing that I really loved about Once Upon a Time is that it's a unique show where female strength is really present in the show. Like you have your strong female characters that oftentimes are, even the ones that are saving men in the cases, and you don't really see that on television as much. It's really nice and refreshing to have a positive female cast. And I was wondering, when a lot of other girls watch the show, they may be also empowered when they see certain scenes and seeing characters grow. And I was wondering if there was any moments with your character or other characters in the show that really just awed you in inspirement, or
I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, I think this whole journey has been quite inspiring. Playing Regina is very inspiring. And maybe it's just because it's who I am and how I approach my work, but I always love to learn from my characters. And I learn so much from her. She gives me strength at times when I feel like I'm failing or I can't do this or what am I doing? And I think of Regina and I think of how she would deal with stuff. And she can be very mature in ways that I'm not. And I learned from her. And it's always been like that since day one. But I think someone once told me, you don't take on a role unless you can grow from it. And there's always something to learn from your characters. And so that's always been my approach. So I find that I'm becoming a better person by playing her.
WWRD, what would Regina do? We need those bracelets to happen.
Speaking of strong female relationships, Regina and Emma have had such a great relationship throughout this entire series.
Yes, they have.
But it's a very shifting relationship. So you have positive aspects of the relationship and then very troubled times too, like we've seen a little bit in this season. How do you feel about this constant shifting dynamic? Is it fun to play and where do you see it going?
I think it is fun to play. I think that they have a very interesting relationship because it started off hating one another and then becoming the best of friends. I think it's a tug and pull kind of thing. They both are very strong women with very strong opinions and ideas, and the way they've been dealing with that is, we're stronger together than apart, and they are. They're both very magical, very powerful, and they're both mothers of the same child. So I see they have their moments of sarcasm and sass, and everyone loves that, and as do we. But I think ultimately that hatred has ended, and I think they're going to be as close as they have been as of recently.
We have time for one more audience question. What is your question?
Okay, so ever since we learned Henry's middle name last season, I was wondering if Regina had a middle name, and if she doesn't, what do you think it should be?
Oh my gosh.
Not Cora?
Not Cora. I don't know. Regina Mills, Regina Mary Mills, Regina, I don't know, Regina Feisty Mills? Regina Feisty Mills.
That's what I'm going to use on Twitter for now.
Okay, awesome.
Thank you for your question. And one more question from us, Lana. In regards specifically to Regina and Snow, their relationship has changed so much from season 1 to now. Do you think there's anything else they need to work out? Or are they pretty much like, this is all water under the bridge, we're good, we'll move on?
No, I think there's more stuff to work out, but it's different. And in fact, it's a good question because I think Ginny and I really love the Snow and Regina scenes. But where they are currently, and where they were is a lot of fun too, but where they are now, there's a spoken truth and an honesty there that I don't think many other characters have with one another. And for us, we love playing those scenes, and so we have one coming up again. I'm like, well, there's actually one coming up. But yeah, we see there's a scene between them that's really beautiful.
So much to look forward to.
I know. Honestly, I'm really excited about this season. It's been so much fun. With Rebecca on board as well, and Sean as regulars, it's been just a delight having them. This season has been a blast. You guys are gonna love the back end. I want to tell you everything, but I can't. But just stay tuned. And oh my God! And this winter finale is so much fun. Yeah, and it's a big. I could say this. It's a big Captain Hook episode with a little evil queen in there.
Well, congratulations on 100 episodes. That's amazing.
Thank you so much, and thank you guys. Honestly, we wouldn't be here without all of you, and thank you so much for your love and your support for our show and our
Stand
cast.
up for the queen. Can we
Thank
stand
you.
up for her? Yeah.
I'll see you all at photo ops. Okay, great. Have fun. Thank you.